They're a Denver-based company, family-owned. I thought this is fantastic, and we've never been unhappy with anything. They've just taken care of us, and they take care of bringing great seafood.
I couldn't agree more. And before we start diving, so we're going to get into our usual, Colorado, Denver segments to get to know you, let our listeners get to know you. We'll just do a quick teaser. Anything you miss about Cali?
Anything I miss about Cali? Yeah, the 80 degrees, most days of the year is certainly something maybe I miss a little bit.
Football teams? Were you a Niner?
Well, I'm a Niner fan, diehard. I don't miss them right now because they suck. But I do miss the glory days, and hopefully we'll get back to that one day.
All right, so we're all in the same boat here. All of us being transplants, no one gives a fuck about the Broncos. So hopefully we don't lose any listeners over that, but we're not a sports podcast, so we should be okay.
And well, I will say Shanahan did hail from, disciple of Bill Walsh, came from the 49ers program, so I feel like I have a little affiliation with Shanahan at least.
So since we are kind of food-based, though, is there like a particular item that you miss that you can't get out here or haven't found it out here that you miss from California?
Wow, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Not yet. No,
not yet?
I can think of. Well,
can
I be honest?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
All right, so one of my guilty pleasures is Round Table pizza. I mean, I grew up eating that as a kid, and I just love Round Table. And
okay.
There's no Round Table pizzas out here.
Is that like a chain out in California?
It's a chain out in California. They're claiming to fame as the last honest pizza. I don't know what that even means, but it's just a pizza I grew up on, and I just can't find it here.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I hadn't either, and again, that may be two Southerners and not really knowing it, but at the same time, I could tell you, well, we're getting a fucking In-N-Out. So if you
that's right, In-N-Out's coming.
Yeah, we don't give a shit about this.
And you got Del Taco, that's pretty good too.
Those are fighting words in this state. And we're going to dive into the Denver food scene now, and so kind of pick your brain as a connoisseur of sorts as well. So I'm going to ask, we'll lead off with best taco. And if you say Del Taco, we'll just end this episode right now.
Well, I guess I didn't tell you guys, and part of the West Coast influence is our Baja fish tacos here. So we have wonderful fish tacos. We do them with rockfish, sometimes with haddock. Trout is a real crowd pleaser. We often do it with trout. Just our catch of the day, we'll bring it in, and I think we have a killer fish taco.
Okay, nice. I like how you did that. You brought it right back to Mario's. That's a great plug. You're a pro. So I like it. And so we won't have to obviously cancel the episode, because if you had been like Jack in the Box, people swear by those tacos. And so if anyone ever says that, we'll just cancel right then.
I haven't spent a lot of time in Austin. If I have to go outside these walls, I'd say Torchy's is pretty good too.
Okay, there you go.
Torchy's isn't bad. I haven't been there in a while, but it's a good taco.
I like some of the inventive ones, and that's, this may be the Mississippi, is like the fried chicken taco that's topped with like a slaw or whatever. It's just like, this isn't really a taco, but fuck it, I'll eat it. But those authentic ones that come off a truck, and like, you can see that the locals are in line for it, and she just looks at me like, are you at the right taco truck? That's when I know I'm at the right taco truck. So we'll try to refer you to a couple of those.
Sounds good.
But Chris, you ready to dive into some Denver dines?
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right, so there's not too many places of seafood out here, so we won't touch too much on that besides the sushi. But let's say if you're going to have a happy hour, y'all are closed on Sundays and Mondays, so if you were to get a drink on a Monday, where's your happy hour go to?
I love Union Station. Hop Dottie over there is awesome. They do a great happy hour. They got a great burger, and they got great green chili fries.
I like it. That's right down the street from the office.
Green chili fries. That's Colorado. You're touching on Colorado there with the green chili, and I guess you've been here for almost a year now.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's nice. You got a little bit of the Colorado flavor in you.
I have to keep circling back, but we do green chili mussels as a special sometimes, and they're awesome.
What does that mean?
Our chef Nick's creation. How he came up with them, I don't know. It was an epiphany, but they're just delicious.
So the green chili is kind of like the broth that you'll steam them in?
Absolutely.
Ooh, that could be pretty damn good.
Now, that is a great way to appeal to the Coloradans, is because I'm a red chili guy. I grew up on it. Waffle House, smother that shit in Burt's chili. But at the same time, I get out here and they top everything in green, so they kind of lost me on that. I feel like it's too runny. It's not as, like the red meaty. So I like that, and our Colorado friends will like that as well.
I think so.
All right, so happy hour spot. Let's say you were having a date night. If you weren't going to come to Mario's to eat some dank seafood, where's your date night of choice?
That's a good question. I like Rioja. You know, I like kind of Larimer Square, and I like what Jen Jasinski's doing. Most all her restaurants I love. I haven't been to them all. It's the only reason I can't say. But Rioja is a pretty fun place.
I put that in my top 5 as well. And they do some crazy stuff with like fish and things of that nature, but that Mediterranean flair.
Absolutely.
It's fire. That's a great call. We're all on the same page here.
Yeah, and since you like the kind of Union Station area, next time check out Ulteria. Cause
that's the one I want to go to.
Yeah.
It's Portuguese tapas and gin, correct? That's one of Jen's also, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really damn good. And they have the jamon on like the slicer up there. Oh, check that out for us.
I don't know what a jamon is.
It's like the ham. You know, the Iberico ham from Spain?
Like a Serrano ham, like thinly sliced prosciutto?
Similar.
But different.
Yeah, like the whole leg, you know, it's on a special, like, you know, presentation, special skewer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah. Nice. All right, Chris, you lead with the next question. I did happy hour and date night.
Okay, so let's just say, like, hands down, since you've been here for a year, what's the best meal you've had in Denver?
And you can't say your own restaurant because we'll speak to that, but you can't say your own. That's the only rule.
Well, since my mother
most memorable.
My mother just moved out here, so she made us Christmas dinner again this year. So I'd have to say that's the best meal I've had.
What'd you have?
El Salvadorian. I'm sorry, I said Christmas. I meant to say Thanksgiving. It was an El Salvadorian turkey, and the way we do the turkey in El Salvador, or the way she does it, I can't say we. I have no idea. It's just different. It's delicious. It's like a braised turkey. You just kind of ladle the jus over it, and it's like nothing I've ever had except when she makes it.
But was your mom a cook at your dad's place growing up?
She wasn't. She's just always been a great cook.
Yeah. And sometimes that's kind of the best part. Like my mom's the same way. She can blacken a catfish with the best of them, but I'm not sure if she's ever worked in a restaurant ever. It's just kind of like mom traits.
I've never seen a recipe in my mom's kitchen.
Just what's in it? Don't worry about it. Just eat, shut up, and eat.
Right.
I like it. Okay, so one thing we like to bit from, the extremes. We're not foodies. We're more than 99% guys. We including cheap eats. We mentioned food trucks, and y'all actually have pretty damn good cheap eats as well. But if you're gonna, let's say, grab something that's just quick on the go, not the Wendy's across the street, where are we thinking?
Breakfast, Le Peep. Le Peep is great. It's great value. It's just like awesome. And if I'm gonna get a steak, maybe oh man, I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Oh, Columbine Steakhouse.
Okay.
Love that place.
Columbine Steakhouse.
You never been?
I'm not.
Oh, you guys got to check out Columbine Steakhouse.
I've been to Le Peep. I went to Le Peep quite a bit in Boulder. I haven't really been to one here, but I mean, it's a great breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's relatively affordable.
They got one in Lakewood. They're awesome.
Nice. You kind of. I mean, for only being here a year,
you've checked off.
Well, yeah. So 3 or 4 times a year for the 25 years my sisters have been here. So a lot of visits, and certainly when you're visiting for never the actual holidays because I've been in the restaurant business, but at least my holiday, which is usually 2 or 3 weeks after or before it. All we would do is go out.
And you mentioned that your family is from El Salvador. So where can we tell our listeners to get a good meal that's typical in El Salvador,
I really like
in El Salvador, or the ones from here.
So I haven't. In El Salvador, I haven't been back in a while.
Yeah, not in El Salvador. Sorry about that confusion.
I wasn't sure.
It's Monday.
I really love Pupusa Lover. They're good. They're over on Colorado, I believe, off I-25, and then there's one other that. Man, I just can't think of it. I feel bad. I'd like to give them a shout out, but I can't remember the name.
But pupusas are the jam.
Oh yeah, pupusas are definitely it.
So you've given me 2 places that I hadn't been to in the 9 years that I've been here, and so I'm trying Pupusa Lover because we're not far from Colorado Boulevard. And then anytime there's a place that says steak in their name, I'm willing to take one for the team and try it. So you're on to something here.
Awesome.
And I'm pretty hooked on it already.
I like where we're going with this.
Yes, sir. All right, so. We understand that you only have been here for 8 or 9 months, but have visited in the past. You've been able to ski. Have you been able to catch concerts here in Colorado? We're a pretty big music jam.
Yeah, caught a few concerts, definitely. Haven't seen a show at Red Rocks, but I've been taken to hike Red Rocks quite often. Spent some time in Morrison, which is awesome. Morrison.
You're right.
Yeah. All right, perfect. And the last concert I got a chance to go to because it was on a Sunday was Man, just down the street here when Stevie Wonder was playing, it was the big weekend fest.
At Levitt Pavilion for
Grand Doozy.
The Grand Doozy, that's right.
Nice.
That was awesome. That was so much fun.
Man, you got to get some time off more. You guys, you're working too hard here.
Although at the same time, it sounds like he's been able to check the list of some pretty dank-ass restaurants. And, I mean, he called a music set. So, I mean, a festy set. So that's actually pretty fucking strong. We missed all of those.
I was there one day. I didn't get to see Stevie Wonder. I was there like the day before, though. I was helping out a buddy at a food stand out there. But it was fun.
You know, and that circles me back to, seamless plug for our sponsors, the Fillmore Denver. If you're looking for a show, they're doing their 20th anniversary this year at the Fillmore. They're giving tickets away. Go follow them at Fillmore Den for all of our listeners.
Nice.
Show's going galore. If you ever get the wild hair, don't be shy to reach out. We'll definitely help hook it up.
Sounds
but
good.
At the same time, best indoor venue in the city. Capacity around 4,000, can be intimate, but can also get real rowdy. And nice little ambiance, and it's pretty much slays. Same guys from Live Nation host all that, Pepsi Center, Red Rocks, all the works. So we're excited to be partnering with them, and we can't throw their name out there enough.
Yeah, true. And speaking of that, if we circle that back around, I don't know how I'm pulling this segue off because it's terrible right now, but I wanted to ask, we asked you about date night in Denver, but you guys do a date night here, don't you?
We do. So we have a price fixed menu, if you will. It's $45, 4 or 5 courses, depending on how you order off of it. Kind of takes you through like the greatest hits of our menu. Nice dinner for 2, and you come in on Thursday nights and add a bottle of wine for $30. Just kind of a nice way to just spend an evening and have a date night.
Is that $45 per person or?
$45 for the menu. So $45 for 2.
That's a damn good deal.
Absolutely.
And for, like we mentioned, your favorite date spots, most of those restaurants you're looking at like a 150, 200 spot just to get out the door, but I can guarantee you'll fill up just kind of going through. We'll call it the greatest hits, but I feel like if we just did the greatest hits, we left half the fucking plates and we're 2 stoners. So that's disappointing on our behalf, but I know our listeners wouldn't be disappointed. I want to take a minute to kudos Chris, because that was a great roundabout back to Mario's. That was well done by you. Great job.
I tried to pull it off, but I didn't really
I felt like
we ended up there.
It was seamless, and to be honest with you, we're probably the best podcast hosts in the world. And
I appreciated it.
Thank you, Mario. We're working on we every week we get better with our segues back into where we are.
Do we though?
I don't know. Some days we're on fire, some days we're not.
Yeah, I feel like we're stroking pretty strong today, and it's probably the fire food and the exquisite touch of the beers and wine that you have on list as well. But let's go. We got a couple more segments for you. You're not out of the woods, my friend.
All right.
You're not nearly out of these woods. All right, so we'll do Stoned Appetit. Then we're going to do Rapid Fire, Dinosaurs, Uber. Or no, Yelp.
Expert Yelping.
Yeah. We have this new segment where we shit on Yelpers, so you're going to love it. By the way, if you're a Yelp elite and you brag about it, you can go fuck yourself.
And you're not a foodie because that's stupid.
And that's not a term that we recommend either. All right, so Stoned Appetit. This is one of my jams. Let's say you get off late night. You're going home. You can't bring anything from the restaurant. What's your late night guilty pleasure snack that you got to go with? It can be anything from frozen pizzas to Doritos and pickles.
To ice cream.
It might be the Del Taco on my way home.
There you go. What's the go-to order there?
7-layer burrito.
Ooh. I don't even know what's all in that, but that sounds fire.
Neither do I, but it's really
That's
good.
a lot of layers.
Don't ask questions. Just be like,
Yeah. Late night, fellas. If you're headed home, swing by Del Taco, grab the 7-layer burrito. And Mario recommends it.
Yeah, and maybe tag not only us, but we'll share it with Mario and let him know that he sold some folks on it.
Get it?
Come on in. What's up?
We're actually closed today. Oh, really? I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're closed on Sundays and Mondays. Sorry. In case there's a fire, I can get out. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, as we are recording on Monday, they are closed on Mondays. But there was a nice gentleman that was coming in and grabbed a little happy hour. Luckily, Mario was nice enough to open the doors for us, and other patrons walked on in. You can't get enough of the fix.
No. I thought that might have been one of your vendors or something. But.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I looked like a wise guy. I was like,
What are we getting into here, Mario? Holy
I've been watching
shit.
a lot of Sopranos. I didn't know.
He's just here for the fish head. So we're
all right, so we've done Stoned Appetit. Should we go into Rapid Fire or Dinosaur next?
Let's do rapid fire. Just kind of, light, casual. It's really fun. You got to give us your first thing that comes to mind.
this or that, pretty much.
Yeah.
You want to lead the way?
All right.